Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Javi was texting when Jada arrived to Rafe's. Jada asked Javi what occurred after seeing his smile. Javi claimed to be compiling a Christmas present list. After some light-hearted banter regarding Jada's gift, Javi told her Rafe had departed for a black patch case. He grumbled that Leo had Rafe at his beck and call. Javi enjoyed a drink with Jada and lamented that Rafe had neglected him to watch football when he wanted to talk to his cousin about Leo. Javi told Rafe not to attend the meeting, and Jada wondered why. Javi said he was sheltering Rafe from Leo to save his honor. While Jada thought it sweet that Javi cared about Rafe's integrity, she still couldn't understand why Javi had an issue with Rafe working on the lady whistleblower case specifically. Javi maintained that Leo was his main priority. He speculated that Leo had become lady whistleblower. Jada wasn't convinced and stated she could appreciate Leo's desire to get to the truth. Just then, Javi received a text alert, excused himself, and left. Jada expressed confusion over Javi's quick departure. In Horton Town Square, a worried Leo read Lady Whistleblower's newest piece, which had given a spoiler about Wivenip. When Rafe joined Leo at his table, Leo showed him the story and whined that Lady Whistleblower had struck again. Leo let an amused Rafe in on his Wivenip plot, which featured murder victims waking up alive on a tropical island. Rafe criticized the originality of the idea and pointed out plot gaps to Leo's dismay. Leo testily informed Rafe that he'd engaged the detective to uncover the imposter's identify. Love General Hospital, B&B, Days or other soaps? Join the debate on our SC forums. Click here to interact with fans and get into discussions immediately. Rafe asked Leo about prospective suspects, and Leo told him about having accused Javi. Leo rationalized his conduct by arguing that he had subconsciously sabotaged the connection before he could get wounded. When Rafe pressed regarding additional suspects, Leo reportedly had an epiphany and stated that he'd figured out shady whistleblower's identity. Leo then firmly stated his new notion that Kate and Abe were secretly trying to torpedo the show so that they could collect insurance money. Leo compared the scheme to the Broadway comedy The Producers. Rafe was doubtful about Leo's theory, and he intimated that he had his own hunch regarding the prospective new lady whistleblower. Even despite Leo's continuous inquiry, Rafe refused to share his theory to Leo until he had evidence. Rafe left to concentrate on the case. Later, Leo scanned the column and moaned over another spoiler that had been disclosed. Javi showed up and mentioned the article. Leo figured he had come to gloat, but Javi stunned Leo by sympathizing with him. Leo took advantage of Javi's evident kindness by inviting Javi up to his room to watch an episode of the show. Before Javi could react, Carrie arrived. Leo had a flashback of almost hooking up with Carrie in his hotel room before Javi's arrival in town. Carrie recounted to Javi that he and Leo had gone on a date, but Leo had eventually turned him down. Leo was confused that Javi and Carrie seemed to know each other. Javi clarified that he didn't know Carrie, at least not yet. Javi claimed that he and Carrie had linked on an app. Leo noticed that Javi and Carrie were going on a date. Javi said goodbye, and a sad Leo watched the couple go together. Meanwhile, Rafe returned home and welcomed Jada, who revealed that Javi had told her about Rafe's encounter with Leo. Rafe indicated that he felt Hattie Adams might be responsible for Lady Whistleblower owing to the woman's fury over being dismissed. Jada reminded Rafe that she was investigating Hattie in the poisoning case, and she cautioned her fiancé not to obstruct her investigation. Rafe jokingly wondered whether Jada felt he could capture Hattie before her. She balked, and the couple clasped hands and mutually vowed, "May the best investigator win." Kate, Lauren Koslow, intruded on Joy, Alex Ann Hopkins, and EJ's, Dan Furigel, meeting. /image source, Peacock. Outside the Brady pub, Joy met with a waiting EJ. He attempted to hand her a check and asked her to go. Joy hesitated, causing EJ to inquire if there was a problem. Joy expressed qualms about receiving the payment, so EJ emphasized the potential of a fresh start for Joy. He also offered to utilize his connections to help her get a new acting career. Just as Joy collected the check, Kate approached and inquired about the meeting. EJ informed Kate that Joy wanted to quit the program. Joy claimed that the lack of practice time was making her anxious and that she was missing living in New York. Kate smiled and stated that while she could sympathize, Joy had an ironclad contract. With a stern look at EJ, she reminded Joy that she would be in breach of the contract if she quit. EJ swiftly stepped in and claimed that Joy had hired him to get her out of the arrangement. He also said that Joy had been handing him a payment, which was the purpose for the check. As EJ continued to insist Joy wanted out of her contract, Kate declared that Joy was the character of Reagan. Kate assured Joy that everyone loved her in the role, and she added that both Abe and she were willing to work with Joy and address any concerns. Kate encouraged Joy to reconsider. Joy relented and promised Kate she would stay. Kate offered her a pep talk as EJ seethed in the background. Once Kate departed, EJ instantly lashed out at Joy and questioned what she was thinking. Joy retorted that Kate had helped her understand how much she loved her profession. EJ claimed that Joy should depart because she was harming his son's life, and family was most important to him. Joy reminded EJ that Johnny was just as accountable as her for their encounter. Joy didn't consider it fair that she be penalized for Johnny's error. She told EJ that Johnny would have to deal with her presence and walked out. At the DiMera mansion, Alex questioned Johnny about Joy's plan to leave town. Johnny angrily told Alex to stay out of it just as Chanel arrived into the room. Chanel demanded to know what the men were squabbling over. Johnny tried to pass off the interaction, but Alex told Chanel that he and Johnny had been discussing Joy. Alex clarified that the debate addressed Chanel. When Alex attempted to inform Chanel that something had happened a week ago, Johnny interrupted and blurted out that Alex had slept with Joy. Alex was taken aback and began to say something, but Johnny interrupted him again and lied that he'd overheard an embarrassing interaction between Alex and Joy. A puzzled Chanel questioned Alex if what Johnny was alleging was true. After a pause, Alex verified Johnny's assertion. Alex patted Johnny on the shoulder and said he's just been telling Johnny that it was none of his business since Johnny had apparently been concerned about the repercussions on the show following Alex's dalliance with Stephanie. Alex fired a glare at Johnny as he emphasized that he and Joy weren't hurting anybody. "It's not like we're married," he said with a strained smile. Chanel challenged Alex's belief that he was not doing any harm. She was scared that he might hurt Joy since Joy was new in town and he was on the rebound from Stephanie. When Chanel went upstairs short, Alex commanded Johnny to give him the reason for the deception. Johnny stated he had panicked and had shouted the first thing that came to him. Alex was upset because Chanel would think of him as the evil man in the circumstance. He promised to keep quiet for her sake, but he labeled Johnny a little bitch for how he had handled the circumstances. After Chanel returned, Alex told Chanel that he would not hurt anyone and departed.